So my other video that I made that I talked for a very long time on somehow got lost in the process of posting it. So now I'm trying again and it is so late, so I'm only going to be able to do a little bit, but that's okay because we'll just hit the topics we did then and move on. First things first, I'm sitting at my desk. That's why you're in a little bit of a weird angle right there, like up there kind of, is because you are sitting on boxes where my face is. I also have ring light things because I'm using a fan that has a light because this is too dark. So I'm trying to figure out how that works. So yeah, there might just be like a little bit of a ring reflection on me, but that should be okay. Anyway, what I started off this video going out before was good morning. It's not morning anymore. It is 9:26. You see, I started this at 3 o'clock because that's the time I decided to start and decided to get out of bed. And so I haven't gotten much done, except for the fact I made my birthday sushi. Look! It is just rice, salmon, cooked salmon, and avocado. And so I made some birthday sushi for me. So let's just dive right into it because I already did this all before. It's really frustrating that I did all of this before and then it didn't post. And that's gonna bother me, so I'm taking the glasses off. I can't see you. Hi. So, point number one, after the 100 days are up with my vlogging every day for 100 days, I don't know if I'm gonna continue vlogging or not. It just depends on how much y'all like it, how much I like it, and it probably won't be every day. It'll probably be like every once a while, week maybe. But during the 100 days, the three things that I kind of want to do is ghost hunting, which might just start off with me going to cemeteries and just seeing what's up, or going to my friend Finn's house that I know has a lot of activity and I have been there, have felt experiences, have even went through a whole channeling session there, which I have recorded, but it's in black screen, so you can't see anything, you just hear my voice and her voice and we're talking. If y'all want to listen to that or you want to see that or whatever, let me know. I want to go to haunted places. I want to really hone in on this part of me more. I just felt like that's like what I need to do, what I want to do, but what fulfills me is ghost hunting. I've been pretty clairvoyant my whole life. I got it from my mom. She's been clairvoyant. Well, wow, my curls are really showing you how hot it is in my room. Anyway, back on topic. I've seen a lot of things throughout my childhood, growing up, whatever, heard her stories, felt my own, you know, all of that stuff. So I want to really work on that, and I wanted to bring all of you, or at least myself, recorded on this journey so that I can look back at it at some point, or my children can, or my friends can, just, you know, to look back, to be able to be like, this is what she did, this is what she's like, or for me to be like, oh, that actually did happen and that I'm not crazy because it's right here on the camera. So yeah, the second thing that I want to do is I want to bring my grandfather on here and I want us to react to things, either like music. Like, I had the idea that he would react to some music that I like that he probably hasn't heard of, or the opposite, he likes that I probably haven't heard of. We might do reacting to like video games or like a TikTok compilation. I'm not sure. It's just like reacting to something with him to have his feedback. Because I really want his voice to be in my videos. That's weird, but I adore his voice. It's so deep and it is my childhood. Okay, I lived with my grandparents and my mother since birth in this house since birth, and I am 23 now. Okay, he is my father figure, he is my grandfather, you know, so I want him on here so that I can look back as well and be like, oh, my grandfather, let me listen to these stories, let me hear his voice, that kind of stuff. And his daughters can too, my mother, my aunts, you know. But that's number 2. Number 3 is possibly traveling. I want to start going places for the ghost hunting, but also just to sightsee, which I might vlog about. So yeah, and like I could do a video, because 100 days is a lot of days to figure out what to do each day, so a lot of them might be like this, just me, the camera, and we're talking. It literally will just be like this. It'll be like you're on FaceTime with me and we're just talking, okay? But I might get into stories about how I found my animals, or I might get into childhood stories, ghost stories, you know, whatever I feel like doing that day. Funny enough, I got into a ghost story on my other one that was lost. So, but I have to get like this close to see. Okay, we have plenty of time. So yeah, that's basically what's going to be happening. Most of the time it's just going to be me sitting here, right here in my room at my desk with you there, and basically FaceTiming. We might go places, we might take a little trip somewhere, but until I can figure out how to work my Canon camera to stitch the videos together on my computer and then post them like that, until I can figure all that out, this is just how it's gonna be. Okay, it's just gonna be you and me sitting here eating some sushi. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I guess I could retell the story that I was gonna tell in the last one that got lost. So, ghost time, ghosty times. So I was maybe 2, 3, 4, somewhere in the toddler-ish phase. Maybe I was 1. I don't even remember, okay? So it was in this room. This was my mom's room and my room for the longest time. This was our room. The bed was actually on this wall that you're sitting at, and the closet right there was there. Door always stays open, which if I didn't have stuff at the bottom holding it, it would stay open still. But it was open, and Mom had put me to bed, turned out the lights, you know, went back to the room to do whatever adult thing she wanted to do while I was asleep, watching shows, getting stuff down. I don't know. I didn't care. I was a baby. But anyway, from how Mom says it and how I remember it is, I saw 3 floating heads with glowing red eyes in my closet. Yes, you heard me right. 3 floating heads. 1, 2, 3, okay? With red glowing eyes just floating in my closet. That was my first ghost experience that I can remember. And it was a terrifying one, okay? It was absolutely terrifying, but it didn't stop me from liking ghosts, so hey. But anyway, it happened constantly, every night. She would leave the room, turn off the light, you know, whatever. And then I would lay there, and then I'd see the 3 floating heads. They never came out of the closet. I remember that fact. They never came out of the closet, but they just sat there, staring at me. And as soon as my mom walked into the room while I was screaming or crying or whatever, they disappear like that. And so, Mom would try to like close the closet, block it off or whatever, she would leave the light on. That would help. The light being on would actually help. But just closing the closet? No, they somehow figured out how to freaking open the closet. Because I remember one time now, like, as I'm older, I'm remembering that one time she closed the closet but didn't like block it. She just closed it. And it opened up on its own and they were just sitting there, waiting. That's terrifying. Anyway, I'm getting like chills and goosebumps thinking about it. Gosh, I'm like, there's something behind me. Is it still in the closet? No, it's not still in the closet. We banished it. So anyway, we called Mom's friend Glenn, and he came and he assessed the situation, and then he started cleansing the place with like sage and what's that other one, the like stick one, the Palisano? I think that's it. I might be wrong. Okay. I'm dyslexic and my brain mixes up words. Anyway, he started doing that. He started, you know, saying chants and prayers and blessings. And while he was doing that, I was on the floor just rearranging my little jewels and rocks that I have found and loved and mainly stole from my mother or my grandmother or my aunt. And started putting them around in like circles and stuff. Honestly, it kind of looked like a fairy ring, not gonna lie. And he turns to me, sees it, he turns to my mother and says, "She's got the gift." The same gift that my mother has, which is talking, seeing ghosts, feeling them, their energies, their sometimes emotions. Seeing things, visions. Oh my gosh, I have such bad, what's it called where you see the future in the past? What's it called? It's not like daydreams, it's like, oh my god, that's gonna bother me. Hold on. My mother coming in clutch, ladies and gentlemen. It's deja vu. Okay, I had such bad deja vu when I was little. I remember almost every dream that I had when I was younger and still in like elementary or like first grade, second grade, stuff like that. I would have such bad deja vu. Every night I went to bed, something would happen that either it was the next day or the day right after, it would happen and I'd be like, oh my god, I saw that, I just did that. We just went through that. It was so bad to the point where it didn't even faze me after a while, you know? Like, let me think of one. So my great uncle David, rest in peace, he never picked me up from school, okay? And I had a dream the night before that I was riding in his car back home from school. And I was like, that's weird. That's never gonna happen. That never happens. The day I get out of school that day. And think about it, okay? Back when I was in school, we didn't just have cell phones all the time, okay? The teacher had to tell us what mom and dad said, okay? And so, I can't remember exactly if I just found out he was picking me up by him just pulling up, or one of my teachers actually said it. I can't remember that. But anyway, he pulls up in his gold Lincoln, I think it was. I think it was the Lincoln. Can you stop knocking stuff over there? Well, you're being very loud and I have the video on. That's Osiris, by the way. He's a loud boy. Anyway, I'm telling you a story. Hold on. Anyway, I see his car pull up. And I'm like, didn't we just go through this? And so I get in and we're driving and I'm looking out the window and, you know, daydreaming or whatever. And it's like passing by and my eyes aren't really focused on anything. I'm just thinking. And then all of a sudden it's just like slow motion passing by. And it's like, I've seen that pole before. I saw that exact tree before. I saw that exact bird on that branch before. Those kind of things. And I've also seen things when I'm in the mode of doing it where I could not have possibly known about these things. I don't learn about anything before I go into a ghost hunt, by the way. I just go in head first, don't care what I'm learning as long as it doesn't kill me. Yeah. And Osiris agrees. And so that was really weird. That was a really weird experience as a child. Hi, baby. Yes, hi, baby. And so yeah, I've just been really attached to those kind of things before. And I'm really well at cleansing myself before going in and after, that I've never had an attachment onto me that I can say that I've had it onto me that made a physical or mental effect, at least. That's not the only ghost story that this house has, by the way. There was a ghost story of apparently a little girl down the hallway. I never saw her, but I know my youngest cousin, Hudson, was terrified to go down this hallway that my bedroom is, because there's a bathroom right there, right over there. And it was the only bathroom in the house for a little while. And he would not go down the hallway without me or his mom or someone, anyone, coming down there with him. And Chloe was terrified to go down there too, but she didn't really care that much. And we used to keep that light like turned off. Now it's always turned on because it runs the bulb out more if we turn it off and on. It's weird. Anyway, it was always off. And so I would have to like walk down there with him, and I'm like, I never see what you're trying to tell me you see, because I've never seen this little girl down the hallway. I do remember one story of an old lady who used to help take care of kids, that she would like be around to take care of them, like entertain them or whatever. I don't ever think I ever actually saw her, but Mom says that she was around when I was a baby. So, but we're pretty sure she left when Chloe and Hudson did to follow them because they were younger than me, so she went with the youngest ones. I don't know whatever happened to her, honestly. But yeah, those are really the only ghost stories that I have of this house. There was not much. I mean, my mother and me cleanse it daily, and every full moon I do something to help cleanse it. I'm a Cancer, so water, full moons, those are like my big energy power things. So yeah, I've always seen things. And so I completely believe it when someone says this is haunted, and I'm like, oh yeah, probably, you know, almost everything could be haunted. I don't really bring old stuff into the house for that reason. Just because I'm worried that it will bring something that's evil, or at least not nice. So almost everything I bring in that might be from someone else or was belonged to someone else, it gets outside and cleansed before entering the household, just because I'm worried. But yeah, like I said earlier, actually, I don't have time. You know what? Let's wrap this up. Okay. So yeah, I'll vlog again tomorrow, earlier. But anyway, it's great talking to all of y'all. Love you, bye.